What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mobile video. So today I want to discuss the top 5 possible meta weapons for Season 5. So it's obvious that Season 5 is probably one of the most exciting seasons for this entire year because we've really never had a lot of weapon changes compared to, right now. Because according to Path, I think like over 40 weapons or maybe a little bit less are going to be viable for next season, and it's absolutely crazy. We never really had that before, but there are still weapons that reign supreme. Obviously, it's not like, every weapon's going to perform the same way. So here is the list of the top 5 weapons that I believe are going to be part of the meta. Of course, keep in mind this is probably subject to change. Who knows what we're really going to see in the main update. So hopefully I'm correct about all this stuff, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoy and let's begin. So at the number 5 spot, we do have the AK-117. So I don't know if you guys have heard, yes, this is going to be one of the weapons that has received a major buff for Season 5. Yes, it did receive a buff before where it now has a better 4-shot kill potential, because back then, oh my god, you literally had to be like making out with the person in order to even get a 4-shot kill. But now at this point, you have a little bit more range. I think up to, I guess, I would say maybe about like 12 meters if you have the marksman and the monolithic suppressor together. I mean, that's a pretty decent amount of range, but keep in mind that was before. So what we're going to deal with now is far different, meaning that even perhaps in the second range, when you're in mid-range, you're still going to have that 4-shot kill potential. As it comes for the headshot damage, I don't really know, because a lot of the multipliers have changed, or I guess have been increased. The only difference that the weapon has that's negative is probably just the reload speed. But I feel like this is going to be a very, very aggressive weapon. As you're seeing right now in the footage, I mean, yeah, the 4-shot kill potential is pretty decent, but not what we're gonna see soon. So yes, that's why I actually put this in number 5 and not the M13. I know the M13 is pretty superior, but that may not be for long. So number 4 is a bit of a surprise for a lot of you, I'm sure, and it's going to be the CR56 AMAX. So I know a lot of people don't really use this weapon unless they're going to use the marksman rounds, and yeah, there are a few out there that use it the normal way. But the reason why I didn't put the Kilo 141 in this specific spot is because the CR56 AMAX, I believe, in my own opinion, is the far better assault rifle. So the reason why is that it is far more stable, it has a faster fire rate, and it has very, very solid range as well, alongside mobility. I know it sounds controversial, I know, it sounds very, very weird to say, but keep in mind this weapon is going to be receiving another movement buff and another range and BSA buff. So it's kind of crazy how much they are improving this weapon, and it's already to the point where I feel like it's a lot more superior to the Kilo 141. Yes, the headshot damage may not be as high as the other one, but keep in mind this weapon has a faster fire rate and you can end up hitting your shots a lot quicker. I'm saying all of this because, I mean, I've experienced the weapon. I've been using this weapon for a very, very long time now. I've basically seen this weapon grow and grow a lot stronger. So yes, I know what I'm saying in this situation. So yes, I know a lot of people are going to be confused and disappointed that I didn't put the Kilo on top, but once this update comes out, you'll understand why. So now moving on to number 3, I know this one isn't really much of a surprise either, the CBR4. So yes, I know the CBR has been kind of taking rank by storm for quite a long time. I think for almost half a year, I think. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be, getting nerfed anytime soon, because, I mean, let's be honest, they haven't changed it. And in a very controversial opinion that I have about it, I know you guys are going to hate me for saying that. I don't really think at this point it should be nerfed, because, I mean, that I've compared the PDW and the CBR together, and they're kind of like one of the same. I would prefer the CBR a little bit more, and the PDW has some pretty good range as well, depending on how you stack up, the marksman barrels, or, the monolithic suppressors, or even the extended light. And you pretty much have the same thing. The only difference is that the reload speed is a lot slower. But personally, I don't really have a problem with it being on top, mainly because we've had worse. The MX-9 in its prime and the Fennec or the Kimbo Fennecs and the freaking Mac 10, I mean, those are way worse than what I've experienced with the CBR4. I mean, it's a weapon that could be far easy to counter compared to others in the past. So yes, it can be worse, so I don't really think it should be adjusted too much. But yeah, I feel like this one's going to be the meta because of its high range and high mobility. So for the number 2 spot, we do have the GKS. So before I actually get into this one, sorry for the weird coloring. I don't know, there was some issue with Elgato, so I'm not really going to record again. I don't think it's much of a big deal. But anyways, I believe the GKS is going to be number 2 because from what I've seen, the improvements are going to be kind of questionable, to say the least. Even Path has said it himself that this is going to be the top, I mean, pretty much the best 3-shot weapon in the game. Keep in mind, this is an opinionated video, so I mean, I'm going to have to trust my gut with Path over here because, I mean, he never really steered us the wrong way, and he seems really, really serious about the GKS being the next best 3-shot weapon. I mean, why would he lie about something like that? So yeah, I'm gonna have to trust my gut, and keep in mind, I may be wrong. We don't know how large the 3-shot range is going to be. It could be 10 meters, 5 meters, or maybe even 20 meters with range extending attachments. So yes, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens with this one. But I do have a feeling that this is going to be a very, very strong weapon. Now moving on to number 1. So I put number 1 with the RPD because of what's to come. So from what I understand, this thing's going to get a massive headshot boost to the point where all you need to do is just 1-shot headshot in order to secure a 3-shot kill. So it pretty much got the Kilo 141 treatment when it was at its prime. And the thing is that this weapon is far faster. I mean, yes, you do have a 100 round mag for the Kilo, but with the RPD, you have a much faster fire rate, and keep in mind, I think the range is going to be extended as well. So yeah, you're going to be able to 3-shot headshot from a long distance. And another thing that we do have to remember is that we are also getting the cooling barrel that gives you unlimited ammo, so long as you just don't shoot for too long before it overheats. So while the mobility is slower than most weapons, obviously because it's an LMG, it's still going to be something that a lot of people are going to spam, especially when it comes to objective game modes. So that's something that we do have to look out for, and this is probably going to be one of the weapons that I do fear the most, that is going to just completely destroy the game. But I don't really think it's going to be that big of a deal. And keep in mind, we do have a legendary coming out for it, so I'm sure some of you guys that, you know, that enjoy the weapon are going to pick it up. But yeah, that's pretty much my take on the top 5 list. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD mobile content. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.